So this is a very simple static website. It has home, about, contacts, and a form. Let's get to the AWS console. Today we'll be using two major services, AWS S3 and CloudFront. So if I go to services, scroll down to storage, under storage, you should see S3 here. Click on that, or you can actually use the search, or maybe use your quick navigation button. The first step now is to create an S3 bucket. This is the S3 dashboard, and it's a global service. So the first thing to do is to create a bucket. So on the right hand corner, you see a orange button saying create bucket. Click on that. Yeah, so you need to create your bucket name. So S3 bucket names are unique globally. So it means if you give your S3 bucket a name, someone else cannot have the same name globally. So how can we solve this problem? One of the rules, or what I do basically to prevent that, is that I use my ID to name my bucket sometimes. So for this, I'll just say cloud club, and then I'll put a dash there, then add my ID in it. Right. So if you do this, there's a high chance that no one is going to have the same bucket name like you do. And then in terms of region, just leave it as US East 1, which is North Virginia. And then scroll down. When it gets to the block public access settings, we have to uncheck this. So uncheck it. So that basically means you want to make your bucket publicly accessible, and then make sure you acknowledge by checking this button. You don't need bucket versioning. You can literally put a tag if you want. I can say name and then give it a value of cloud club buckets. This is not compulsory, but you might leave this. This is just so you can track your resources. So scrolling down, bucket key, just leave all of that and then click create bucket. So my bucket has been created successfully. If I search for cloud, you would see this here, Cloud Club. I created one before using my own website, but that's not the story for today. So this is it, Cloud Club. Click on that. Yep. Next thing now is to check your permissions. Now there is a policy. You need to add some S3 bucket policy. You click on edit. I need to add a policy here. There's a policy in the AWS documentation. This is it here. I'm going to copy this, paste it here. Okay. I missed the last coily braces. The policy basically defines rules of how your bucket should behave and how it can be accessed, right? Line 12 has the ARN and the bucket name. So this place where you have the bucket name as a template, you need to add your own bucket name to that. So this is my bucket name. I'm just going to copy this here. Yours will probably be different, but most likely be different. So just copy your bucket name, add that there, and then I think this is good to go. Click on save changes. So we're done with permissions. You should have something similar to this. Remember, block all public access should be off. So the next thing is, now let's upload our files. If you've cloned that repo, upload files, you can click the one here or click the one here, right? So drag and drop. I'm going to drag the HTML file first, drop that in. Then I'll drag the CSS, very simple stuff. Drop that in. Then I'll drag the images folder, drop that in. All right. So scroll down, click on upload. This should not take time. Yeah, perfect. So I'll close this. Now we can see all our objects as our files stored as objects in the bucket. So if we go to properties, we scroll down to the end, you'll see static website hosting, which is currently disabled. So you edit it, click on edit, and then enable that. Once you website is already selected, so here now is now saying index document. So the index document is the HTML file. So you scroll down, click on save changes. Yeah. So once you click on save changes, it's going to give you an endpoint, an S3 bucket endpoint. So at this point, we now see the S3 website endpoint. You copy that, and then we should be able to see our website once we put that on the browser. Yes, so that works now. We've been able to host a static website on the S3. So the next thing now is CloudFront. Search for CloudFront. So what we want to do with CloudFront now is to create a distribution, right? We want to create a distribution. On the top right corner, you see the orange button saying create distribution. Click on that, and then it should take you to the create distribution page. Yeah. So here now, you have the origin. So with this origin, you come here, it's going to load your S3 bucket here, but it's advisable not to load the S3 bucket from here. So the best thing is to come here and get this S3 bucket endpoint, right? So that's going to be your origin. Copy that from there. You see, there are other S3 buckets here, but that's not what you need to do. Copy that and then paste it here, right? So allow HTTP, leave that as default. HTTPS, default, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, yes, scroll down, leave everything as default, firewall, yeah, so firewall cost is going to cost some money. You know what firewall does? It kind of like protects you from DDoS and some other cyber attacks. If I enable this, you can see that cloud firewall costs $14 for 10 million requests per month. So we don't want you to spend any money because this is free tier. Don't enable security protections, right? But real life, real world scenario, you should secure your application. So scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Nothing else, just click create distribution. Takes close to 10 to 15 minutes to create a distribution or to deploy a distribution. In this case now, you see that the state now is in deploying. With that being said, we've now deployed this. This is it here. The status is enabled, meaning it works. So if you click on the CDN, you will now see the distribution domain name. Just copy that and then paste it. I've already done that before. And we can see that we now have this. The CDN is working.